Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Wise. Today we are starting a new topic, that is understanding the world champions. So through this topic I will try to explain how the world champions emerged and what quality they got. Each world champion got something new to the game, and the game of chess got more and more evolved with every world champions play. So before we discuss about the first world champion, that was William Stenitz, it's very important to understand what was chess before him and how it was played. Our today's discussion is about Paul Morphy and how he broke into the game of chess, how he came into the chess scene. So Paul Morphy was a law student, and in his university he completed the whole course of a lawyer within 2 years only. So what happened was, as a result, he completed the course at the age of 19 itself. But to practice as a lawyer, the rule was one should be of at least 21 years of age. So what happened was, Morphy had free time with him. So in those 2 years, he decided that he will continue his hobby and he will work towards chess. So as a result, at the age of 19, that is in the year 1858, he started playing games, and we see his first games, initial games from that period itself, from where we see him ruling the whole chess world for the next 3 years. So today's our main objective is to understand what Paul Morphy got into the game of chess, what are his special qualities. Firstly, see, these world champions have tremendous memory, tremendous grasping ability, and they bring something new to the game which is not existing. So in Morphy period, everyone has said about Morphy that he was way ahead of his time. What does that mean? He must be having superior understanding. If we study his game, we will see time and again he is always ahead in development, and he uses that development to convert into an initiative, and some tactics happens. So none other than Garry Kasparov has praised him and said he is the forefather of modern chess. So the way the chess is played today, it is because of Morphy. One of the contributors major is Morphy. Also, Bobby Fischer praised him by saying he was perhaps the most accurate player who ever lived. Means we see Morphy making combinations which were very, very accurate. So we will see some two distinct qualities from his games. So today we will discuss two games, and let's see what new thing we can learn from his games. So E4, E5, NF3, NC6, Bishop C4, Bishop C5. This game is Paul Morphy white and Alonso Morphy black, and here Morphy goes with the move B4. We will see time and again in Morphy's games, his opening preparation was also way ahead of his time, and he uses gambits very frequently as compared to other masters in his era. So B4, bishop takes B4. Idea is to take the bishop away and control the center. C3, bishop A5 is considered to be the main line. Black went bishop C5, D4, C takes D4, C takes D4. Perhaps now forced is the move BB4, otherwise the bishop is wasting move. Black didn't play in the game, but after BD2, there can be QD2 or ND2. Both give very good play against the pawn. Better center, more development, and open file. So we can say that this is the type of chess which was not that common in that era. Black goes BB6, and now instead of hurrying instantly with D5 or E5, he first plays castle, takes his king away from the danger, and now D5 is a major threat. D5, knight has to go to E7 and maybe D6 also then. Black played the move NA5, immediately putting question to the bishop, and here again Morphy plays the good move BD3. Bishop moves to a better diagonal. White doesn't want to give up his bishop instantly, and now black here goes with the move D5, and Morphy rightly opens the center. ED, queen takes D5, and here see many would have instantly played the move NC3, which is also good, nothing wrong, but see queen D6 would stop the move bishop A3. So Morphy first goes bishop A3, stops NE7 when bishop E7, castle is broken, and soon we will see that knight Knight c3 is very dangerous. Also rook e1 is there. Black plays b6, keeping the e file closed. Knight c3, q d7. So we have the first important position here. White to play. What will you do here as white? It looks like there are many ways. Like the move knight e5 is very interesting. Many people suggest that move. It's a good one, but there is no need, and Morphy instantly goes with the move d5. In the 20th century, we see masters or even decently stronger players doing this, right? Even a 2200 player or a 2000 player would easily break the center, such a play. Thanks to Morphy, because from his period it was very clear. So firstly, he became ahead in development, and now he is trying to exploit the king in center. Now see, black has serious problems. If bishop moves to g4, then the move c, bb5 is very strong. After c6, re1, we can see that the king will be badly caught. So that position is winning for white. So black goes bishop d5, knight takes d5, queen takes d5, and re1 check. Here black chose to resign very well. The only move is kd8, and after kd8, what should white do? Amongst many moves, white has the very strong bishop c4, attacking the pinned queen, see, which is unable to move. If nf6, then queen is just lost. The only other move is see, queen takes d1, when ra d1 check, forcing king c8, and then see rook e8, checkmate. So there was no way other than giving up the queen. So black preferred to resign. We'll look at one more game. Let's have a look at the second game now. Again, Paul Morphy white and Lord Littleton, who is black. White goes with the move e4, e5, f4. The king's gambit this time. E takes f4. King's gambit accepted. Knight f3 and g5. Black's idea is to go g4 followed by qh4 check. So white goes h4, g4, knight e5. One of the main ways, so-called the Kizaritsky gambit. In the previous game, we saw how the emphasis was on getting more development. In this game also, we will see development is one of the factors. Along with that, some other positional factors will combine. Black goes d6, knight takes g4, bishop e7, attacking the pawn on h4. And see, Morphy rightly plays the good move d4, simply allowing bh4. The point is that after bh4, just nf2, allowing bf2 and kf2, castle is broken. But see, the rook on h1 is open, it's developed, and king will be very safe on the g1 square. So bishop f2, kf2, we can already make out. See, the position looks risky, but he has definitely superior sense of position. And see, nf6 and c3, and now queen e7, perhaps a mistake already. What should white do here? So another quality of masters which we prominently see throughout the 20th century is the ability to go for counter attack rather than defend in a position. And here Morphy firstly considers the move bishop f4, normal development. See, allowing knight e4, queen e4. One would feel that the bishop hangs on f4, but see, the queen is not well placed. White rook is open, bishop developed. This bishop comes out in one move, and black king is also in the center. So these factors must have made Morphy see further over there. And see, after bishop f4, the opponent simply fell into the trap. So knight takes e4, knight takes e4, queen e4. We have this position on the board. It's white to play and win. Not a very complicated one, but there are some lines which we must see. The move immediately played by Morphy is not very difficult. White goes bb5 check. The point is simple. Now king has to move, because if c6 and c6 or bd7, then re1 and the queen is lost. King d8 loses on the spot to g5. Look at this diagonal also, only move qe7. Queen has to be given up. f6 doesn't help. So black went king f8, and now also bh6 check. King g8, the bishop moved away with tempo, and now see the move rook h5. Very strong, threatening rook g5, which would win the queen on the spot. Like goes bishop f5, trying to put the bishop on g6, and here again Morphy goes with the very simple and strong moves. See his play. Pieces are coming one by one and they are not giving opponent any time. So the quality we see in Morphy's game is the timing of combination, which is again we see in Alekhine's game later on. Alekhine was the 4th world champion. So now there are two threats actually. Firstly, see the queen is in the g5 square when after bg6 qd8 would mate. So black has to play the move nc6 perhaps, but nc6 loses. After nc6 comes bishop c6. First the knight is eliminated so that there is no qd4 check. And after c bc there is the move qg5 check, bg6 and queen f6. It's game over. Hardly there is any defense to qg7 mate. So black goes bg6 and after rook e1 it's time to resign. There is nothing much to do. Queen moves and there is rook e8 checkmate. This game was also, you see that the opponent was no match for Morphy. He remained behind in development almost throughout the game. The first official world championship match took in 1886. And before that we are having almost 30 years before him, Morphy playing some fantastic chess, we would say. So I felt it's very important to study Morphy before moving on to other world champions. I would bring one or two more lessons on Morphy before moving on to other world champions. I hope you will like this series. Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.